What's happening, my North County fam? This is your girl Kelly, and I'm here to give you the lowdown, the rundown on what happened in St. Louis County government this week, because my job is attending meetings, so you don't have to. So first, I'm going to start with some highlights regarding North County development in particular. So first, I wanted to mention, even though technically this kind of happened last week, but St. Louis County Council, they was, on a break for Juneteenth, but I did want to mention, if you don't know, that the Jamestown Mall development plan for like industrial usage through logistics center, that mug has been nixed, y'all. So that ain't happening. So, there was this press conference with Councilwoman Shalonda Webb, the, St. Louis Economic Development Partnership, Brother Rodney Krim, and also the chairman of the board of the St. Louis County Port Authority. And they came together and, in that press conference or whatever, Shalonda Webb said, and I quote, "We are coming together to announce that we will work together and obtain resident input on a redevelopment plan for Jamestown Mall. I look forward to joining St. Louis County Port Authority and the St. Louis Partnership to explore some innovative ideas for redeveloping." Again, the community, apparently through previous engagement efforts, have expressed that they wanted mixed retail usage at the site and also potentially a community center. Anything over the proposed industrial project. So the Jamestown Mall saga continues, y'all. Yes. So we'll stay tuned and see how that goes. The second thing I wanted to mention regarding development in North County. So this past Monday, I think it was Monday, the Planning Commission held a meeting, and there's a project in particular that struck my interest, occurring in District 4 potentially. And so this proposal is located specifically at Lindbergh and Robbins Mill Road. It used to be a nursery at some points. This is roughly like just under 3 acres of land. Currently, it's an eyesore with overgrown weeds, and I think there are some like greenhouses that are still there. I don't know. It just looked real trash, I guess. And so, and again, this is in a residential area. Pretty much, you have Jamestown Bluffs Library, I think it's called, in the area. So that's like what this area is looking like now. So the proposed project, in place of what's currently there, which is nothing, an abandoned nursery, I guess, is a wine tasting and event space. And again, it came to the Planning Commission because right now that land is zoned for what it was used for previously, which was a nursery. So again, this space, which I believe the sister who would own it if, this got approved, I think she said it would be called socially Her Chateau, I think that's what the sister said. But she said this would consist of, again, an enclosed area for folks to, taste some wine, which they purchased from the wine sales center on site. Also a wedding chapel that's air conditioned. And the sister also said, and I quote, "We want to be able to provide jobs, camping sites for Boys and Girl Scouts, and partner with churches. The hours of operation will be 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And the owner, the sister, she mentioned that they planned on spending 1/3 of the budget on landscaping to help contain the noise." So some community members, they, expressed their concerns. I think maybe it was one, expressed their concerns with this proposed project around parking, parking issues for people that live there, and crime. So this was the response to those concerns. So one, as far as parking goes, they're saying this is going to be more of like, an intimate kind of event space or venue or what have you. So it wouldn't be like hundreds of people there. So that was the first thing. And then the second thing regarding crime, they were saying that they're looking to attract a middle to higher income level clientele with this business. So the next steps regarding this proposed plan, um, obviously the planning commission, they have to, talk amongst themselves to make the decision whether they will recommend the approval for that change in zoning or not. So, to be continued. I'll keep you posted on that. And we're rounding it out, y'all. Lastly, but surely not least, with the legislative corner, which is my favorite part of this episode. So, and there was a lot of legislation passed this week. A lot. So I'm just gonna try to highlight some of the ones that kind of I was struck my attention. So the first bill, number 166, excuse me, which was sponsored by Councilwoman Webb, and this is the legislation that would, if approved, establish a vaccination incentive program. We talking about $875,000. So again, the gift cards, you get a shot, you can get a $50 to $100 gift card towards groceries, potentially, or to gas. So yeah, she actually moved to push this mug along to speed it up the process for final passage this week. And so, Councilman Trachis, he expressed that he wouldn't support this bill because he feels like it represents a form of coercion. But regardless, it was passed. 5 voted for it. So Dunaway, Webb, Days, Fitch, and Clancy voted for this vaccination incentive program, and then Trachis and Harder voted against it, but it was passed. Another bill, this is sponsored by Councilman Trachis, if passed, would support the hiring of 5 additional attorneys to support the county counselor's office. And we're talking the funding that would support the hiring of these folks would total around $276K, maybe. So it's important to note that one of these positions will be devoted just strictly towards the enforcement of folks that own these problem properties, which I've spoken to at length, issues when we're talking about problem properties and including legal dumping and all of that. There's a lack of enforcement and capacity by the county counselor's office. So if passed, this funding would go to support, build that capacity for the office to really start holding these folks accountable. And that's why Councilwoman Webb, she said she supported this bill for that reason. There were issues expressed regarding the bill, though. So Councilman Fitch was like, is this going to be enough money? What will keep you from, coming back and asking for more coin and more coin and more coin? What will be enough? Also, Councilwoman Days was like, okay, yeah, we hear you. That's cute. But where are the black people at? Where are the black lawyers at in your office? So with that being said, the bill, it was actually, and ended up getting the votes needed to pass. So 5 council members voted for it: Dunaway, Clancy, Webb, and Harder. And 2 council members, Days and Fish, voted against it. But again, it still got enough votes to pass. Clancy's bill was passed, reestablishing a youth advisory council. There are also a number of bills passed regarding grant funding. So roughly $1,575 were accepted from Youth in Need to support the Family Courts Restorative Justice Garden. Another bill was passed accepting a Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act grant of up to $3.9 million to support adult and youth workforce development programming. There was also the acceptance of a grant supporting the Minority Youth Violence Prevention St. Louis County Project Restore. And there was also the acceptance of a grant of up to $315,000 to support the Department of Public Health's Family Planning Program. And then lastly, but surely not least in the legislative corner, bill number 162, which was sponsored by Councilwoman Days, it was approved. And I don't know if y'all recall, months ago, there was a sister that was trying to get this change in zoning to open up this convenience store on Delwood, or it's near Delwood, but it's on Chambers and Scottsdale, I believe. And so there was back and forth, and the Planning Commission agreed to approve for the change in zoning if the sister didn't sell alcohol. So, yeah. So this, her proposed plans have officially been approved by the county council. So that's all I have for you this week. Have a great weekend, and you won't see me next week because it's the 4th. So, but you'll still see me soon. Take care. Peace.